Everybody, how many of you have this sheet in front of you? Please pull it and put it on top of everything else. So next couple of minutes we would like to discuss about this. Do you have one bet? Okay, thank you. So anybody need one? Good. Today I would like to talk about digital library rental. Libraries have evolved themselves in providing the consumers with a new delivery mechanism. They built a virtual warehouse of the content so that we can rent them virtually. So traditionally, we would physically visit the library. Maybe you browse through the aisles, walk through the aisles, get a book, something like this, The End of Overeating. This was one of my presentations. Or you can get a digital version, which you can listen in your car or a computer. Now they have moved to a next phase. They have built this virtual warehouse where you can download content to your PC or any portable device. So you are not constrained to go to the library to borrow a book. You can do it anywhere you want, anytime you want. How many of you here have the library card? All right, most of you have it. So it will be easy for you. I'll walk through certain steps how to get the content so that it will be useful for you and for your kids. How are libraries able to do this? Libraries are working with a company called Overdrive. Overdrive is providing the required infrastructure and working with content publishers so that the Overdrive will work with different content providers and have the repository of all the books or music on as a cloud. So our local libraries, if they are interested and if they would like to provide the consumers with digital download, so they don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's just work with this company and use our library cards, digitally download the content. And here is the URL. It's simple, digitalbooks.tblc.org. It has all the information that is needed to download the content, and it has a lot of other information. One important thing I liked is the advanced search. The good feature about the advanced search is you can go to use the advanced search. You can just search for something, the best 10 books of 2010, the best 10 books of 2009, or the bestseller, New York Times bestseller, or the international bestseller, and it will quickly give you some top books for you. So you don't need to do additional search to find out a book. Like for me, I wanted to find something on eating. Then I did a quick search, the bestseller, right? The New York Times bestseller, and I found this book, and I could use it for one of my presentation, as I said. So this is one of the good feature I liked. It will give you a jump start to if you are searching for a particular book. And what happened? I'm not a bookish person. I don't like to read book. If I have to read this book, it will take me 3 months time. And I was thinking, recently I've been visiting the library for my kids, not for myself. But coming to Toastmasters, I keep listening. Once Beth said linchpin, a best book linchpin. Then I searched on the digital repository, it was available. And during our lunch sessions, we discuss about the best books, like the Outliers, the Drive, the Old is Flat, the excellent book if anybody of you have not listened. So I keep listening about these books, and I didn't have a mechanism. I'm not a good reader, I'm a very slow reader, and I didn't find a mechanism to listen to them, and I stepped onto this option of digitally downloading the content onto a portable device and listening to it anywhere you want, anytime you want it to. The participating libraries, I thought, like if this content is available, but the local libraries are not embracing it, it's of no use. So I just searched something and I found that Hillsborough, Pasco, and Hernando, I think that should cover most of us. So as you have the library card, an internet connection at home, please try to get the content and see so that you can get some of the best books. Suppose if you may buy sometimes, you may not use it and you may feel guilty. Here you have an option to rent it, get it, download it to your machine for a few days. If you're not using it, you're not guilty anyway. Maybe you can try next time. And there are some requirements for you to get the content downloaded. You need two softwares, Overdrive Media Console, and you need the Overdrive Media Console is used for audio versions. If you want to download an audio version, you use that one, and then this will facilitate you to move it to your mobile devices. If you want to move it to your iPad or iPod and iPad, you can do that. Both of these are supported formats. And Adobe Digital Editions is nothing but it supports the EPUB, that is nothing but electronic publication. So this is one of the formats that publishers are using to publish the content. Now the flyer I gave you has the list of the devices, the e-readers, the computer, and the mobile devices that are supported by the library. The EPUB format it's very engaging, and it's like reading a book, and it has the DRM capabilities built into it, so that automatically at the end of like whatever the duration it is, maybe it is 7 days or 14 days, it automatically disappears from your laptop, from your portable device, and from your account it will check in. So you don't need to bother about that too. And now for a detailed information, you can visit that website. You have, again, it's a Overdrive website. You get abundant information. Now what we can do is, now you know that libraries are providing you the digital content. Most of us have the library cards. So please go check this out, and let us use the technology positively here. As Sanjay said, there are like negative and positive aspects. Now here, let's embrace this new idea and use it for our positive, empowering ourselves with listening to new books or reading new books. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. All right, everyone, please vote for your favorite speaker of the day. And I'm going to just call up and write a note for Suresh. And I'm going to call up our general evaluator, Vinod, because we are definitely out of time. Everyone went over time today, except for Greg. Except for Greg. All right, please welcome Vinod.
I would like to welcome Dr. Jim to evaluate Sanjay's speech.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Sanjay, speech number 7. First off, you gave a very nice speech. I thought it was a pleasant speech. Did everybody think it was a pleasant speech? Yes, pleasant. Well delivered, very clear, easy to understand, an interesting topic. Agreed? Okay. That was not speech number 7, Sanjay. Okay, so let's take a look at speech number 7. I was going through the questions that I had to answer here. How well did the speaker's topic apply to the audience? I thought it applied pretty well. Would everybody agree with that? Question number 2. Was the topic well researched? No, or at least not that I could tell. So let me ask you a question. So Sanjay, during his speech, actually had a number of interesting statements that he had. Bold statements that if you were talking with him and you didn't agree with him, you would challenge him on it. First one was, people are spending more time on a computer than with loved ones. Says who? Okay? Machine can do a job of 50 people, but it can't do the job of one special person. Oh yeah, it can. Absolutely it can. Or I'll make a better machine that can do it. Now, you did a good job of telling us some interesting stories about signing up for social networks. It was Facebook, it was LinkedIn, it was the other one that you had referenced and stuff like that. Great stories. I love those stories. There was no research there. There was no facts, there was no stats. What is Facebook? 500 million people now participate in Facebook. You know, something like that. You know, and if that many people are involved, that means, you know, everybody, 1 out of every 4 people that you know must be on Facebook, etc. Nothing. So, Sanjay, it was a good speech, but I didn't see any research. If you had done research, you would have made a statement, and then you would have told me where you got that information from. You tucked a little bit of that in towards the tail end. Okay, it was a national insurance company said 73% of people agreed that they talked while driving, and you know, that talking while driving stuff, that just sort of got chucked in there. It didn't seem to have anything to do with what you talked about as far as social networks or any of that other stuff. It got tucked in at the tail end. And I hear where you were going as far as, technology is good or bad and stuff like that, but that didn't seem to fit with what you had spent 80% of the speech talking to us about, which was pretty much social networking, right? You can do a whole bunch of things saying, look, they make a gun that can kill, 200 people in under 4 seconds. Is that good technology or bad? But you hadn't done any of that. You gave us a speech effectively talking about social networks and the fact that we can spend a lot of time with our computers. You tucked a little bit of something at the tail end in about texting while driving and talking while driving. Had one single reference, I believe, for that one. And you ended up the speech by saying, hey, let's turn off our technology. No, I don't want to turn off my technology. Why should I? I'll bet you, without actually knowing about this, I bet I'll live longer. I bet I'll be a happier person if I turn off technology. And I bet there's research out there that tells me that. Now, the whole purpose behind speech number 7 is to give you a chance to go out and effectively sort of do a book report. Take a look at the topic, do the research, come back with facts and stats. Now, you can just put facts and stats on a slide, put them up there, or actually do it as a handout, and you don't have to talk, right? But it's Toastmasters, so clearly it's all about talking. So really what we want you to do is give us a speech. Now, hopefully in this speech you have a bold assertion. In this one you're saying, hey, take a position. Technology is bad. Stop using technology. It's killing you, and I'm going to explain to you why. And then go ahead and back that up with the research that you've done. So Sanjay, it was a good speech. Congratulations. Enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I guess it was speech 6.5, because it certainly wasn't 7. Okay, hopefully you used all your skills up to 6. Your next speech that you give, my friend, I'm looking forward to it, because the next speech that you give, I know is going to be speech number 7. I look forward to it. Mr. General Evaluator. Well, then what are you doing coming up here? All right, let's get out there and do your evaluation.
Thanks, Dr. Jim. I'd like to invite Atul to evaluate the speech of Murli. Thanks.
Thank you. Finally.